guys, I'm Miss Sumler. I'm here to tell you all about your family engagement math bag that's coming home on math night. So I'm super excited that you guys get this. There's all these fun games in it, so I want to show you some of the games that you can play. So this game is called Multiplication Squares. And what you do, in your bag, there are these little arrows that you can just pop out, and then you use it as a spinner. So I'm going to spin, I spun a 6. I have to spin 2 times for this game, and that's kind of on the line, so I'm going to spin again, and a 5. So because it's multiplication squares, I'm multiplying 6 times 5, or 6 groups of 5, which would give me 30 as a product. So I found 30 over here, but the rule of the game is when I multiply, I can only connect 2 of the dots that surround the answer, or the product in this case. So I'm going to connect these 2 dots here. Then my partner is going to go. When it's my turn again, if I get anything close to here, I should go ahead and connect it, because once I have a full square totally connected, and that would be 4 different turns that would make that happen, then I can shade that in, and I'm getting credit for that box being completely shaded in. At the end of the game, whoever has the most squares filled. So if I get all of these, but I miss this last part, and then my partner comes in and steals that from me, if I get all these sides done and my partner comes in and does that, that square then belongs to them. So you kind of are risking it a little bit, but it's an awesome game, lots of strategy involved, and you get to practice with some of your multiplication facts. On the other side is this game called Multiplication and Division Dash. So same situation, sort of, except you can use a game piece to play, or you can do kind of what I was thinking, which is, since you have this dry erase marker, you can do tic-tac-toe. In terms of, you could be an X and your partner could be an O. So when you spin this time, you're only spinning once, and I spun 2. So that means I get to go 2 spaces from the beginning. If I'm an X, I'm going to put X here just to mark my spot. I have to do 27 divided by 9 and get the correct answer there. If I don't get the correct answer, then I'm going to lose a turn next time. If I get the correct answer, I get to stay in that spot, and whoever gets to finish line first wins. And this is division and multiplication all the way through. So it's a nice way to practice your facts. There's also a game here called Fraction Frenzy, and this is pretty cool. You spin 2 times, and you're spinning for a numerator and a denominator. Your denominator is going to be on the bottom, and your numerator is going to be on the top. So I spun a 5, and I spun a 5 again. I'm going to spin again just so I have a different number. So I spun a 5 and a 4. I want to put those numbers where the denominator, the higher number, is on the bottom, denominator down. So 5 is higher than 4. So I'm going to put the 5 as the denominator, and the numerator then is going to be 4. So that's 4 out of 5, or 4/5. And then I have to represent that fraction in all these different ways. So I have to think about parts of a group and what that would look like. I have to represent 4/5 on the number line, fraction bars, and fraction circles. So this is a really good way, and this one's a game you can play by yourself, honestly. So that's a really good way to practice representing your fractions. The other side of this game is called What's the Problem? And you only have to spin 2 times using those spinners again. And I spun a 3, and I'm spinning the same thing. Let me do this. A 3 and a 7. So because it's what's the product, I would have to multiply 3 groups of 7, or 3 times 7, and I'd have to put my product here, which is the total, what it actually equals. And then after I figure that out, I'm going to create a word problem that would match that scenario. So I have to think, when would I see 3 groups of 7 in life? Or how could I create a word problem or a situation that would represent 3 groups of 7, okay? And then I could do it again here, or I could make one, my partner could make one, and we could check each other. You could leave the product blank, so you have a word problem, and you have your workspace there with your equation, but they have to figure out the product. So you can kind of do this in different ways. So it's another cool game. Then there's this one, rounding up. So this one you're going to spin 2 times. You're going to spin a number, which I spun 2,248. And then over here, it's going to tell me how I'm going to round. So I'm rounding to the nearest 100 here. So I have to look for the hundreds place. 2,248. This 2 here is in the hundreds place. And then I'm going to look to the number beside it in the tens place and decide, should I be going up to 300 or should I be going down to 200 or staying at 200? And the way to figure that out is looking at the 4 is, well, that 4 is really 40. Am I closer to 200 or am I closer to 300? In this situation, I am closer to 200. So I'm going to round this to 2,200. And when I look down here, I have to find 2,200. And here it is right here. But just like that other game we were playing, I'm only going to find one spot out of that whole square where I'm going to connect those dots. So again, if I'm able to create a whole square, when I finish off a square, that means I get to shade it in. So that's a really cool game to play too. And there's one more game on the back here, Division Tic-Tac-Toe. I'm not going to explain them all, but lots of cool games all in your set. Really 2, 4, 6 games that are all laminated. That's really nice that they're laminated because then you can use your dry erase on them as many times as you want. So you've got your dry erase marker, you've got these 2, 4, 6 games in here, plus the arrows. You've got this workbook where you can do some different work in here just as practice. You also have this multiplication tug of war game with directions in it and variations on how to play. And then finally, you have a bag in the bag that is a different game. This is called Division Desert. And it has all the cards and all the game pieces, the big game board that you can open up. It has everything in it. So you've got a ton of stuff in here to help you practice math for 3rd grade. So I'm super excited that all of this is coming home to you in this family engagement math bag. If you come into the school, not into the school, but out in the parking lot on Tuesday, October 27th. Okay, so Tuesday, October 27th from 5 to 6:30, all these lovely games and activities will be in this bag for you. And not only will you get to come pick up the bag, but you're going to get to see all your teachers who really miss you so much. You have no idea. And you might see a little surprises with some candy. And we would love to see you dressed up in your Halloween costumes. We're going to be dressed up and we're going to be giving out candy to you, plus your awesome bag of math resources. So I can't wait to see you guys and give you these bags and some candy and just say hi. Remember, it is Tuesday, October 27th, 5 p.m. to 6:30 p.m. We will be out in the parking lot passing everything out. Can't wait to see you guys. Miss you so much. Bye.